Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Now let us see what is transpiration pull. Despite the absence of a heart or a circulatory system in plants, the upward flow of water through the xylem in plants can achieve fairly high rates up to 15 meters per hour. How this movement accomplished? You have a doubt. A long standing question is whether water is pushed or pulled through the plant. Most researchers agree that water is mainly pulled through the plant and that the driving force for the process is transpiration from the leaves. This is referred to as the Cohen-Shu tension transpiration pull model of water transport. But what generates this transpirational pull? Water is transient in plants. Less than 1% of water reaching the leaves is used in photosynthesis and plant growth. Most of it is lost through the stomata in leaves. This loss of water is known as transpiration. You have studied transpiration in an earlier classes by enclosing a healthy plant in a polythene bag and observing the droplets of water formed inside the bag. You could have also studied loss from a leaf using cobalt chloride paper which returns color and absorbing water. Children, now let us discuss about transpiration. Transpiration is the evaporative loss of water by plants. It occurs mainly through stomata. Beside the loss of water vapor in transpiration, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the leaf also occurs through this stomata. Normally, stomata are opening in the daytime and closed during the night time. The intermediate causes of the opening or closing of stomata is a change in the turgidity of the gourd cells. Turgidity of the gourd cells. The inner wall of each gourd cell towards the pore of stomatal apparatus is thick and elastic. When turgidity increases within the two gourd cells flanking each stomatal apparatus or pore, the thin outer walls bulge out and force the inner walls into a crescent shape. The opening of the stoma is also aided due to the orientation of the microfibrils in the cell walls of the gourd cells. Cellulose microfibrils are oriented radially rather than longitudinally, making it easier for the stoma to open. When the gourd cells lose sugar due to the loss of water, the elastic inner walls regain their original shape, the gourd cells become placid, and the stoma closes. Usually, the lower surface of dorsiventral leaf has a greater number of stomata, while in an isobilateral leaf they are about equal on both surfaces. Transpiration is affected by several external factors like temperature, light, humidity, wind pressure. Plant factors that also affect transpiration, including the number of distribution of stomata, percentage of open stomata, water status of a plant, canopy structure, etc. Children, the transpiration driven ascent of xylem sap depends mainly on the following physical properties of water: coherence and adherence. Coherence means mutual attraction between water molecule. Adherence means attraction of water molecules to polar surfaces such as the surface to tertiary elements. Surface tension. Water molecules are attached to each other in a liquid phase more than to water in the gas phase. These properties give water high tensile strength, that is an ability to resist a pulling force, and high capillarity, that is the ability to rise in thin tubes. In plants, capillarity is aided by the small diameter of the tracheary elements, the tracheids and vessel elements. The process of photosynthesis requires water. The system of xylem vessels from the root of the leaf vein can supply the needed water. But what force does a plant use to move water molecules into the leaf's parenchyma cells where they are needed? As water evaporates through the stomata, since within thin film of water over the cells is continuous, it results in pulling of water molecules by molecule into the leaf from the xylem. Also, because of lower concentration of water vapor in the atmosphere as compared to the substomatal cavity and intercellular spaces, water diffuses into surrounding air. This creates a pull measurements revival that the force generated by transpiration can create pressure sufficient to lift a xylem side column of water over 130 meters of height. Thank you.